On behalf of the Louisiana Center for the Book in the State Library of Louisiana, thank you for joining us for this virtual 2021 Louisiana Book Festival presentation. This program is Moonsong by Denise Gallagher. Louisiana native Denise Gallagher is an author and illustrator for children. Her picture books include A Tip-Tap Tale and her newest release, Moonsong. Gallagher has also illustrated folk tales from both Louisiana and Canada. She is the illustrator coordinator for the Louisiana-Mississippi region of the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators, and is also a part of the Teaching Artist program in Lafayette, Louisiana. Gallagher loves folklore, music, and nature, and draws inspiration from the magic of her lush, green Louisiana home. Ladies and gentlemen, Denise Gallagher.
Hello, everybody. I'm Denise Gallagher, and I am an author and illustrator. And as most of you know, an author is someone who writes stories, and that's what I love to do. I write stories, but as an illustrator, I also get to draw the pictures and create the artwork that goes along with picture books. I have two picture books, and my newest picture book is Moonsong, which will come out October 1st. And I'm super excited. It took me 9 months to complete Moonsong, but I wanted to read it for you today so you could see. It's about Folky, a little girl who lives near a jungle, and she makes an unusual friend. So I'm going to read it to you now. So this is Moonsong by Denise Gallagher. That's me, author, illustrator. And let's see what happens. This is what it's like in Folky's village. Lots of color and flags. And it's Moonsong by Denise Gallagher. And this might give you a hint as to who Folky's friend is. Okay. Folky's village had lost its moon. The village elders believed that singing called wild beasts from the nearby jungle, beasts with teeth and claws and no manners at all. They scolded and hushed and shushed and harumphed. No singing at the table, no singing during chores, no singing during lessons, and no singing at night. One day, their moon just vanished. And when the skies became a darkest dark, the villagers shivered and shook, for from the jungle they heard grunts and growls, bellows and howls, jabbers and snarls. Only Folky listened happily, for Folky had a secret. What's her secret? Though she'd been warned, Folky had made friends with a tiger. She met the tiger under shady leaves and twisty vines. They tumbled and danced and shared stories and cakes. Who likes cake? I like cake. But why do you no longer sing? Asked the tiger. The elders have warned us, Folky explained. Singing calls wild beasts, beasts with teeth and claws and no manners at all. I'm a beast, said the tiger. And though I am wild, each night I sing, hoping to return our long-lost moon. Your moon is lost too? Folky whispered. How can I help? So the tiger taught Folky to sing. Oh, round, bright moon, oh, great friend moon, how you sparkle like sugar and shine like joy. Folky sang high and the tiger sang low. The bear cats, the frogs, and the monkeys joined in. Bear cats, frogs, and monkeys. Some men passing by spied the two, and they heard the snarls and the grunts and the growls, and they were certain that Folky was in danger. Does she look like she's in danger? She kind of looks happy, eating cake. The bear cats scattered, the monkeys screeched, and the tiger was tied with ropes and with vines. Folky cried out and reached for her friend, but the men carried the tiger away. You see Folky, she's sad, and there's the tiger. Oh my gosh. She ran to the village on swift bare feet. They've taken my friend, Folky cried. But he's a wild beast, was all that she heard, with teeth and claws and no manners at all. Fulke stood alone, for no one would help. He's a tiger. He's a tiger. Why would help a tiger? So Fulke began to sing. Now I'm going to sing this part. Oh, round, bright moon, oh, great friend moon, how you sparkle like sugar and shine like joy. To the villagers, the song was familiar, and one by one, they began to sing too. Sparkle like sugar, sparkle like sugar, sparkle like sugar, and shine like joy. Then, dancing through the night, at last there appeared a single sparkling moonbeam. Above the village rose the long lost moon, the round bright moon, the joyful moon. The men in the jungles dropped their ropes and their vines, and the tiger was free. He flew through the jungle and joined Fulke's song. When he reached the village, Fulke threw her arms around the tiger's neck. As her friend, she missed him. The villagers smiled, for here was a beast, a friendly beast, a beast who had returned their long-lost moon. He's kind, tiger, good, and friendly. Now, from that day to this, the villagers sing. They sing at the table. They sing during chores. They sing during lessons. They sing every night. They sing high and they sing low. They sing with the tigers. They sing with the frogs. They sing with the bear cats and the monkeys. They sing as the moonbeams dance. And Fulke's village is shiny and happy and peaceful and joyful once more. And that is the end. And you can see everybody's happy, everybody's peaceful, and there's the moon. And that is the end of Moonsong. I hope that you enjoyed it. Now, I wanted to answer any questions. I know you guys are out there. So oftentimes I like to meet with people who ask me questions about what it's like to be an author and an illustrator. And let me tell you, it is a lot of fun, but it is also a lot of hard work. Oftentimes I get questions like, how do you come up with your ideas? Well, let me tell you, you can find ideas anywhere. I just keep my eyes and ears open, and I use my imagination, and I like to see things in nature. I take walks. I have a little dog that I take a walk every day, and I see butterflies and hummingbirds. Sometimes it's very special when I see a hummingbird, or I'll even see a frog or some tadpoles. And I just use those ideas and think about, what would it be like to be a tadpole? What would it be like to be friends with a tadpole? So, you can find ideas anywhere. Sometimes I find ideas in songs. I love music. As you can see, Moonsong is all about a little girl and her friend Tiger singing to the moon and joining the families and the friends and the villagers all together to sing together and to make their world a better place. So you can find ideas for stories anywhere you look. So a lot of people ask me how I go about writing a book and how long does it take to write a book. You might be interested to know that I wrote the beginning of Moonsong 13 years ago. And at the beginning, it was called Claire de Loup, and it was about a little girl and a wolf. And it's gone through many, many changes since then, many different styles of art, many different words, ever since the beginning. But that's okay. I learned to be patient, and I learned that it's okay to change things. And I learned that, maybe I wasn't ready at the time, but now Moonsong is out, and it's how it looks today. And I'm really, really happy about it. And the way that I start a book is a lot of the times I draw, and I draw every day, and it's what I do to make me happy. And sometimes stories just start out with a drawing of a character, And I drew this little girl and I drew a tiger, and I tried to figure out what would be her story. Actually at the beginning it was a little girl with a wolf, and so I said, what is the story? What is the story behind this girl and her relationship and her friendship with this wolf? And does everybody like the wolf? I liked how they had tea and cakes together, and she read him stories from her storybooks that she learned in class that day, and their friendship was very special. And so as I worked along and kind of figured out what the story might be, I started writing the words. And words are sort of like drawing, except you're using words to tell a story, and you can use really creative words like shush and harumph and grumble and growl and snarl and jabbers and snarls. Those are all really fun words, and I love to have fun with words and alliteration, which means words that start with the same letter, and they're just fun, and they just they're fun to read, and they're fun to share with your mom or dad or your kids, and it's fun. So I wanted to show you, these are some of the sketches that I started with, and you can see, this is just the beginning of Folky, and she looks a little different in her village. And there's the tiger, and it began as after it was Claire de Loup, it became Tiger's Moonsong, and then I just shortened it to Moonsong. And then after I write all the words and sort of have an idea of the look of the characters, then I go through a process of making little squares for each page. And so, that's, I don't know if you can see that, but that's I go through and I break the story up into kind of like a little movie where, as you turn the page, what's happening, what's the next scene, and, what's going to happen to Fulky, and what's going to happen to the tiger, and what's going to happen to the people in the village, and will they ever get their moon back? And after I do that, then I move on to a different style of drawing, and that is, if you can see this, I fill in the squares with drawings for each square. And these are called thumbnails. And then I rough it out to make sure that I see, how the story is going to go. And once I'm happy with that, then I start working on doing the coloring. And, it's almost like I have my own coloring book, because I draw the pictures and then I fill in the color, and then I add like the monkeys and I add the bear cats. Who knows what a bear cat is? Has anyone ever met a bear cat? Well, see, that's another thing about me that I'd like you to know, is that I love weird animals. I like pangolins and bear cats and pink fairy armadillos. Did you actually know that there was such a thing? There is. And I love to figure out these things. Well, a bear cat is also called a binturong, and it lives in the jungle, the same jungles where you would find tigers and monkeys and frogs. And a weird thing about a binturong or a bear cat is it smells like popcorn. Now, I actually have never met one, so I can't actually say if that is true, but that is what I've read. And so I just thought, wouldn't that be fun if in Folky's village, in the jungle, there were bear cats and there were monkeys and there were tigers and there were frogs, and they were all working together to sing the moon song, to bring the moon song back to the village. And so that is basically my story. I'm so happy to have been able to talk to you today and to read Moonsong to you. I hope you're excited, as excited as I am to have it out in the world, and maybe you will see it at your library. That would be great. And I would love to meet each and every one of you. I'm so happy to be able to talk to you today. And I hope you go off and have a great day and sing a song, sing while you work, sing while you do your chores, sing all the time, because singing, as you heard, I love to sing. Maybe I don't sing very well, but I do it anyway because it makes me happy. So you go out there and do whatever makes you happy. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And it was great meeting you all. Bye.
Thank you for watching this presentation of the virtual 2021 Louisiana Book Festival. Please visit our official bookseller, Cavalier House Books, and receive 20% off all featured festival titles through the end of the year. A special thank you to our festival sponsors. The Louisiana Book Festival will return on October 29th, 2022.